Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me, looking all dusty. Black Force energy, I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is something Steven Espinoza said at the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. First, Steven Espinoza was looking for Jerron Boots Ennis because he was like, yo, when you got on the mic, you think ESPN on Showtime, son? We docking you $500,000 in pay because that was a huge mistake. You promoted our competitor on our platform. Nah, man, but in all seriousness, he was being asked about Jermell fighting Canelo, and he dropped some breadcrumbs. Well, at least that's what Twitter started saying. He dropped some breadcrumbs that Canelo might be fighting Jermall Charlo after he fights Jermell. So let's take a listen, and then we'll discuss it. Benavides. All right, let's take a listen.
Was it Jermell that was just like, yo, let me get that fight, man?
No, it was a group decision. You know, it wasn't Jermell sneaking in there. It was, you know, Jermall wanting to fight. Definitely wanted to fight, but you know, he's got
a great night, boss.
All right. It was Jermall definitely wanting to fight, but also realizing he's got some things that he's got to deal with over the next few months. So, you know, Jermell has been talking just as much as Jermall about wanting to fight. So it was an easy switch to make. And I think, you know, at some point in the future, I think it's very possible Jermall gets the shot too.
When Mel get in the fight, are we getting closer to see Maul versus Andrade?
All right, so you heard what he said.
Ooh, getting no love.
There's still a possibility, excuse me, that Jermall Charlo can fight Canelo Alvarez. So I'm turning over to you, G. What's your reaction to that?
Man, man, look, it seemed like that was the plan all along, and Steven Espinoza just snitched on him. We kind of knew this was gonna happen, man. Like, it's just a storyline, but they're trying to present it as if this wasn't the game plan all along. Canelo probably knew he's like, all right, I'm gonna beat up on the little one, then I'm gonna beat up on the next one, and then I'm gonna lose to Benavidez. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way he mapped it out, just like that. G.
Hey man, that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about y'all, but that's how I see it. You know what I mean?
G23.
Hey man, Canelo, man. Hey, I like it though. I like this lineup, but it's just they don't have to lie to us, man. And it made me wonder, like, when it said something about Jermall got something he has to handle in the next couple of months. I'm like, was that like probation, anger management? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe it could be something maybe you know, his woman is pregnant or something, about to have another child. I don't know. You know what I mean? But like, it's something where they felt like, nah, your brother's gonna come in and then you're gonna fight on the next one. But in a low key, it's kind of feeling like, damn, are y'all telling me my brother's gonna lose to Canelo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's kind of strange, you know. So, but hey, man, whatever. If one can't do it, maybe the other one can, man. So I don't know. That's again wishful thinking. But I do know this though: the last boss is David Benavidez. So let's get that money.
The last boss.
Out of those three, yeah.
What has he done? What has he done? The last boss. That's the
last boss. Yo, you're the last boss. Last stage, at least. Last stage. I'll say that. The final stage is Benavidez.
I don't know if you ever played video games and you got the cheat code, right? And you get the cheat code, you can go to the last level, but you're like, yo, that's too hard. That requires too much work. But you don't want to play like the first level because it's like, it's too easy. It's not going to challenge you. So you go right to the middle because you're like, yeah, it's challenging enough, but it's still easy enough for me to beat with no problem. That's the Benavidez level. All right. Trill Dollar Bill, what's your reaction to all
that? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You already know how it is. You ever grew up with a sibling You know what I'm saying? And somebody give one to the sibling, the mother be like, you can't give one without giving to the other. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably what happened. Miss Charlo must have got in there. She said, Steven, you can't be giving him the fight and not him the fight. You know what I'm saying? They both got money. They both got bills and stuff like that. You can't be treating one of my babies better than the other baby, so they both got to fight. Mama Charlo made that happen. You know what Mama Charlo made that happen. She was like, you can't get one without the other. They both got to get some of that payday. You know what I mean? One can't be showing up the other one. You see how they act with each other when one get a little bit more than the other. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it equal with the bros. You know what I mean? I'm not mad, man. What they gonna do, man? Listen, Canelo's, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I want to see the good fights. I want to see the great fights. Man, whatever Canelo do, man, it's gonna be exciting. You know what I'm saying? I want to see these. I just wish these guys would have fought each other because it would have been more exciting for me. It's not exciting. Like, I don't get up for these fights when these guys fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I don't be super excited. I always say, I got Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have seen these guys fight each other, then I would have had a different feeling in my heart. But all I see is like, I don't know, man. When you go back and checking records and all that, people will say, hey, you see with Castanos is not Canelo. You know what I'm saying? This is different. This is different levels. You know what I'm saying? Look at their best wins compared to this man's best win. It's different. This is a different level. I don't care who they are. If they're not prepared themselves to be in the, they're not. I don't know. But hey, it's whatever. And like G said, that might be the setup. The two brothers, and then you know what I'm saying, he knock out David Benavidez, and then he retires. That could be it. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't say that for the record.
He did say that.
That's
G
what I
said
heard.
my body shot. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? Canelo wins by body shot and retires. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, long as we get to see the good fights, I'm not mad at Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at the Charlos.
All right, yo, check this out. I heard him say it was a possibility down the line, and everyone took it and ran with it. He never said in the near future. He never said it was a part of the 3-fight deal. But again, as I've posed several times, why not make yourself unequivocally the person that people clamor for to be Canelo's next opponent? We know that Canelo is fighting Jermell Charlo this year. We know that. So why doesn't David Benavidez, fight Jermall Charlo or David Morrell right now? Why doesn't he fight one of them? Or Demetrius Andrade? Can you imagine? I just gave you 3 great options for David Benavidez. He could fight either David Morrell, he could fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, or he can fight Jermall Charlo. And if he were to beat one of those guys, one of those undefeated guys, now he's done something Canelo hasn't done, and now he's beating a high-quality fighter that Canelo hasn't beaten, and that would only boost his stock in the public's eye. Because, yes, he did beat Caleb Plant, but so did Canelo right before he did. And Canelo did it when Plant was undefeated, and Canelo did it to take his belt. So how about David Benavidez prove he can beat an elite fighter, a former champion or current champion, or even top contender who hasn't already been beaten? So all I'm asking David Benavidez to do is take one of their O's. Take a O. Pick a O. Take Boo Boo Andrade's O. Take Jermall Charlo's O, or take David Morrell's O. You do that, and now we're talking. Now we're cooking with hot grease. Now you've set yourself apart from the pack. But no, you, Jermall, Demetrius Andrade, y'all are all in the same line. And it doesn't matter who Canelo picks because everyone's ready to say he ducked somebody. If Canelo picks Boo Boo Andrade, oh, he didn't look too good in his last fight. He's getting up there in age, Boo Boo. Oh, he took the easier fight. If he picks Jermall Charlo, oh, Jermall's been inactive for 2 years. Jermall got mental health stuff going on, blah, blah, blah. If he picks David Benavidez, the Mexican monster that y'all want him to pick, and he knocks out David Benavidez never fought nobody anyway. It's coming. It's a coming. I guarantee you. All you do is nitpick every fight that he wins. So if Canelo fights David Benavidez next and he beats David Benavidez, I already know what y'all are going to say. David Benavidez is overrated. He was a hype job. He never beat nobody. How good was Caleb Plant really? I already seen this movie before. So why not prove you are worthy? Why not, if you're David Benavidez, go out there, take and collect O's? Why not go out there so when you step in the ring with Canelo, it'll be worth it, not just financially, but people aren't going to be like, who did Canelo beat really? Because for all the clamoring and all the David Benavidez that I hear, those same people are going to downplay Canelo's victory over David Benavidez when he beats him. I already know this. So what can Canelo do? You heard what Steven Espinoza said. Did he say that the fight wasn't offered to Jermall? No. In fact, we know Canelo offered Jermall Charlo to fight because Jermell called him out 2 years ago. When they were feuding with each other, he said, and you turned down a Canelo fight. Who turns down a Canelo fight? I would never turn down a Canelo fight. Fast forward to today, he ain't tell no lies. You heard Steven Espinoza say that Jermall Charlo wasn't available because he has things he needs to handle. So Jermell stepped up. Y'all act like Jermell's not undisputed right now at 154. We talk about Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou. People say, yo, we not mad. Get the money, bro. Canelo already unified the division. It's already undisputed. And he's not fighting a dude who's never boxed before. He's fighting undisputed, who's moving up 2 weight classes, although you can say it how you want. We get into this debate. Jermell Charlo is taller than Canelo Alvarez. And for all you people who don't know this, it's simple mathematics. I'm not even going to get into it with you. Have you ever seen someone who weighs 220 pounds, that's 5'5" or 5'8", and someone who weighs 220 pounds who's 6'2", 6 feet tall? It looks different on a person. The shorter person is thicker because they're carrying the same, but the taller person is slimmer. So it just makes me laugh because like you act like you don't understand. I understand because I've seen this several times. But again, people are always going to hate. So if you're Canelo, you got to do what you got to do what you got to do. Undisputed versus undisputed. First time in the 4-belt era. That's a historic fight. What has Canelo said he's trying to do? His legacy. It's about history. So now it's not okay for Jermell Charlo to move up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez, but it's okay for Canelo Alvarez to move up a weight class to challenge Dimitri Bivol, and it's okay for Canelo to move up to cruiserweight to challenge. But when someone else does it, oh, he's nitpicking. Why can't Jermell want to be great? This is Jermell wanting to be great, and Canelo giving him the opportunity. Canelo saying, be careful what you ask for. And Jermell saying, I could beat you. This is a beautiful thing. I wish more people did this in boxing. And we talk about weight. I remember Trill, one of our most heated discussions, we talked about weight classes. And I said, yo, I don't even think this is a big deal like that. I said, I don't even think the weight classes is a big deal like that. I feel like this jump is going to be a big deal, but do you know what Charlo's walking around weight is? Do you know what Canelo's walking around weight is? I bet you it's very similar. Just one person weight drains themselves more than the other person to make the weight. So come on now. Like I've been saying and what I will continue to say, you know, it doesn't matter what Canelo does. You're never going to give him credit. He's going to get 100% of the vitriol when he loses, but he's never going to get any credit for the win. You're going to discredit Benavidez. You're going to discredit David Morrell. He's too green. You're going to disrespect. You're going to discredit Boo Andre. So if you're Canelo, just continue to get the bag, man, and block out the haters, because at the end of the day, that's all it is.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
Amen.
Oh, and don't forget, In My Soul, out now on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube. Please go check it out. Much love. Thank you.